Remember when building a fort in the backyard was the height of childhood adventure? Well, today's kids are more likely to be building virtual worlds. This video explores how childhood play has transformed in the digital age and its implications for things like nature deficit disorder. Welcome to From Treehouse to Tech-House, the evolution of childhood play. Close your eyes for a moment and think back to your childhood. What do you remember? For many of us, memories flood in of climbing trees, building forts, or simply running wild through backyards and neighborhood parks. I know I was reflecting on this a couple of days ago, actually. These outdoor adventures were the cornerstone of our play, shaping our experiences and our development. But times have changed. In today's world, the landscape of childhood play looks dramatically different. Instead of tree houses, many of our children are building virtual houses in Minecraft. Rather than racing bikes down the street, they're racing cars in video games. The cardboard box spacecraft has been replaced by immersive VR space simulations. This shift isn't just changing preferences or new toys. It represents a fundamental transformation in how children interact with the world around them, how they learn, and how they develop. At the heart of this transformation lies a growing concern: nature deficit disorder. In this video, we're going to take a journey through time, exploring how childhood play has evolved from the great outdoors to the digital playground. We'll look at the factors driving this change, examine its impact on child development, and consider what it means for the future of our children's relationship with nature. But it's not all about looking back with nostalgia. We also explore innovative ways to balance tech and nature in modern childhood play. Can we find a middle ground where digital natives can also become nature enthusiasts? Join us as we navigate this important topic, bridging the gap between the tree houses of yesterday and the tech houses of today. It's time to understand how play is changing and what we can do to ensure our children reap the benefits of both digital and natural worlds. Let's start by taking a stroll down memory lane, and then we'll fast forward to today's digital playground. This contrast in how children play now compared to just a few decades ago is stark and telling. Think back to childhood play in the past. Kids would spend hours outside, engaged in all sorts of activities. Building tree houses and forts was a rite of passage, fostering creativity and problem-solving skills. Games like hide and seek, tag, or even kick the can kept children active and socially engaged. Exploring local woods or parks was an adventure, sparking curiosity about nature and developing a sense of independence. And these weren't just fun pastimes. They were crucial for physical, social, and cognitive development. Children learned to assess risks, negotiate with peers, and use their imaginations to transform simple objects into magical props for their games. But now let's look at how play has shifted. Today's children are increasingly drawn to indoor, screen-based entertainment. We're talking video games, social media, YouTube, and endless streaming content compete for our children's attention. The allure is powerful. Those digital platforms offer instant gratification, constant novelty, and highly engaging content designed to keep users hooked. The rise of smartphones and tablets has made screen time more accessible than ever before. Even very young children now have their own devices, turning car rides, waiting rooms, and even family dinners into opportunities for digital engagement. The statistics paint a clear picture of this shift. According to a study by the National Trust, children today spend on average 4 hours a day in front of screens, but less than 40 minutes engaged in active outdoor play. Another study found that the average American child spends just 4 to 7 minutes a day in unstructured outdoor play, compared to over 7 hours a day in front of a screen. This dramatic decrease in outdoor time isn't just about preference. It reflects a broader societal change. Increased concerns about safety have led many parents to limit outdoor play. Busy schedules filled with structured activities leave less time for free play outdoors. And as more families live in urban environments, access to safe, natural play spaces has decreased. The shift from outdoor to indoor screen-based play represents a fundamental change in childhood experiences. While digital play certainly has its benefits, the decrease in outdoor time raises important questions about the impact on children's physical health, their social skills, and their connection to the natural world. As we continue, we'll explore the consequences of this shift and consider how we might strike a balance between the digital and natural playgrounds of childhood. What was your favorite outdoor game as a child? For me, it was definitely before we had fences in our backyards. My best friend and I, she lived like 5 doors down, we would put out a giant slip and slide that would go like 4 houses long. So we'd take one backyard to run and then just slide through everyone else's backyards, and it was absolutely so much fun. So share your nostalgic memories down in the comments. As we've seen, childhood play has undergone a dramatic transformation in recent years. But what does this shift towards tech-centric play mean for childhood development? Let's explore the impacts across 3 crucial areas: physical health, social-emotional development, and cognitive skills. First, let's consider the effects on physical health and motor skills. Traditional outdoor play naturally incorporated a wide range of physical activities like running and jumping and climbing and manipulating objects. These activities are crucial for developing gross and fine motor skills, and balance and coordination. In contrast, screenplay-based play is largely sedentary, often involving small, repetitive movements. This decrease in physical activity is having measurable effects. We're seeing rising rates of childhood obesity, with some experts drawing direct links to increased screen time and decreased outdoor play. There's also growing concern about the development of core strength and fine motor skills, with some pediatric occupational therapists reporting that today's kids struggle more with tasks like holding pencils properly. Next, let's look at the influence on social skills and emotional intelligence. Traditional play, especially outdoor group games, provided rich opportunities for social interaction. Kids learned to negotiate rules, to resolve conflicts, and to read social cues through face-to-face play. While online gaming and social media can offer connection in a social aspect, they often lack that nuanced, real-time interactions of in-person play. There's concern that this could lead to deficits in emotional intelligence and social skills. Some studies suggest that children who spend more time with screens and less time in face-to-face interactions may struggle with reading facial expressions and understanding nonverbal cues. Lastly, let's examine changes in creativity and problem-solving activities. Open-ended outdoor play encourages children to use their imagination, turning sticks into swords or rocks into treasure. This type of play fostered creativity and flexible thinking. Digital play, while often engaging, is typically more structured, with predefined rules and objectives. This isn't to say that digital play can't be creative. Many video games and apps do encourage problem solving and creative thinking. However, the nature of this creativity is different. It's often within the confines of a digital world, potentially limiting the kind of open-ended, hands-on creativity that comes from manipulating real-world objects and environments. The instant feedback and constant stimulation of digital play might be changing how children approach problem solving. There's concern that it could lead to decreased patience and persistence when faced with real-world challenges that don't have quick solutions. It's important to note that technology isn't inherently harmful to childhood development. Digital play can offer unique benefits like improved visual spatial skills or familiarity with technology that's increasingly crucial in our world. The key issue is balance and ensuring tech-centric play doesn't completely replace other forms of play crucial for a well-rounded development. As we move forward, the challenge lies in finding ways to harness the benefits of both digital and traditional play, creating a balanced approach that supports healthy childhood development in our increasingly digital world. If you're finding this trip down memory lane interesting, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content on childhood, parenting, and the great outdoors. As we've explored the shift in childhood play and its impacts, it's clear that finding a balance between digital and natural play is crucial. The good news is we don't have to choose between technology and nature. Instead, we can work towards integrating both into children's lives in meaningful ways. So let's look at some strategies for striking this balance. First, let's talk about creating tech-free zones and designated outdoor playtimes. This isn't about completely banning technology, but rather about carving out specific times and spaces for unplugged, nature-based play. Families might establish a rule of no devices during dinner or the first hour after school. Schools could implement daily outdoor recesses regardless of the weather. Side tangent, don't even get me started. The key here is consistency, making outdoor time a regular, non-negotiable part of the day. These tech-free times allow children to fully engage with their environment without digital distractions. It's during these moments that kids can rediscover the joy of climbing a tree, the fascination of watching an ant carry a leaf, or that simple pleasure of cloud gazing. There's a growing number of nature-based apps and games that are designed to get kids outside. Apps like Seek by iNaturalist turn nature walks into scavenger hunts, encouraging kids to identify plants and animals. Games like Pokemon Go, remember those, blend virtual and real-world exploration. These tools use children's interest in technology as a gateway to engage with the natural world. The key here is that technology becomes a tool for exploration rather than a replacement for it. These apps and games can spark curiosity about nature and provide information that deepens children's understanding of their environment. Lastly, we need to think about redesigning our outdoor spaces to compete with the allure of digital entertainment. This does not mean turning every playground into a high-tech wonderland. Instead, it's about creating rich, engaging outdoor environments that capture children's imagination and sense of adventure. Natural playgrounds that incorporate logs, boulders, and hills provide open-ended play opportunities that rival the creativity of video games. Community gardens give children hands-on experiences with nature. Adventure playgrounds, where kids can build and create with real materials, offer the kind of agency and creativity often found in sandbox video games. Even in urban environments, we can work to make nature more accessible and engaging. Green schoolyards, pocket parks, and urban trails can all provide daily doses of nature. The goal here is to make outdoor spaces so inviting and interesting that they can compete with the draw of screens. Balancing digital and natural play in the modern age is undoubtedly a challenge, but it's not an impossible one. By creating tech-free time, leveraging nature-based technology, and redesigning our outdoor spaces, we can help children reap the benefits of both worlds. Remember, it's not about demonizing technology or idealizing a return to a pre-digital age. It's about finding creative ways to integrate the best of both worlds, nurturing a generation of children who are as comfortable building forts in the woods as they are navigating digital landscapes. In doing so, we can work towards mitigating this nature deficit disorder we're seeing, and we can foster a lifelong connection to the natural world. As we've journeyed from tree houses to tech houses, we've seen how profoundly childhood play has changed in the digital age. The backyard adventures and neighborhood explorations that many of us remember have largely given way to virtual worlds and digital playgrounds. This shift has brought both new opportunities and significant challenges. We've explored how this evolution impacts child development, from physical health and motor skills to social abilities and creativity. We've seen that while digital play can offer unique benefits, it often lacks the full-body engagement, face-to-face social interaction, and open-ended creativity that traditional outdoor play provides. But it's crucial to remember that this isn't about nostalgia or resisting progress. Technology is an integral part of our world, and digital literacy is increasingly important for children's futures. The key lies in finding balance, in creating childhood experiences that embrace the best of both digital and natural worlds. By implementing tech-free zones, leveraging nature-based apps, and reimagining our outdoor spaces, we can work towards this balance. We can use technology as a tool to enhance rather than replace children's connection with nature. And in doing so, we combat nature deficit disorder, and we provide our children with the rich, varied experiences that they need for healthy development. Understanding this evolution of play empowers us to make informed choices about how we structure our children's time and environments. It allows us to be intentional about providing opportunities for both digital and nature-based play, ensuring that our children don't miss out on the crucial experiences that come from climbing trees, digging in the dirt, or simply laying in the grass and watching the clouds go by. As we move forward, let's strive to create childhood experiences that are truly the best of both worlds. Let's harness the power of technology to spark curiosity about the natural world. Let's design outdoor spaces that capture imagination as vividly as any video game. And let's make sure that amidst the excitement of all this cool stuff in our digital age, we do not lose sight of the irreplaceable value of nature in the lives of our children. By maintaining this balance, we can raise a generation of children who are not only digitally savvy, but they're also deeply connected to the natural world around them. Children who are as comfortable navigating virtual realms as they are exploring real forests. Children who understand that while technology can enhance our lives, it can never fully replace the wonder, the learning, and the joy that comes from direct experiences with nature. In the end, the evolution of childhood play isn't about choosing between tree houses and tech houses. It's about building bridges between them, creating a childhood landscape that's richer and more varied than ever before. That's how we'll create a healthier, more balanced childhood experience, one that nurtures our children's development and maintains their vital connection to the natural world. This weekend, try recreating your favorite childhood outdoor game with the kids in your life. Remember the magic of childhood adventures in nature? Well, it's time to reignite that spark and to pass it on to the next generation. Our free virtual forest bathing session is more than just an experience. It's a bridge between the carefree days of your youth and the wonder-filled future that we can create for our children. Join us as we explore the timeless wisdom of the forest, we rediscover the joy of unstructured play, and we learn how to foster a deep, lasting connection with nature in children and adults alike. This is your chance to become a guardian of childhood wonder and a steward of the natural world. So let's work together to ensure that the magic of nature remains a vital part of growing up for generations to come.